Wow, that looks like me.
You're like, damn, I'm ugly. Dutch 3. Call the EPA. I've located a uranium spill. My nose feels like I have been snorting Drano. Everybody knows the routine by now. Get me more beer before I ignite.
That's not a good thing.
Television is goated, okay? I don't want to hear it. TV series are still way better than movies.
All right, I guess this is a hot takes episode.
I don't know.
That's my hot take. But whatever.
TV shows take too much time to investment.
That's why
Movie is
That's
2
why they're
hours.
better than a movie. Because there's an investment period.
See, movies are like 3-hour investment. TV shows are investments over like
The course of
long
months.
period. Yeah,
That's why I like it.
But
Because then you're not always looking for something to watch.
I don't know, because I am a huge Outer Banks guy. That
I mean,
New episodes coming December or January.
yes, watch it in like 3 days.
Season 3 coming up.
You already know it's going to be so exaggerated.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I know. I
bad.
talked about with Luke, and you were brought up. We were planning on because Luke knew you were down. And we're planning on doing like a day, maybe 2, where we watch it all
Yes.
when the new season drops.
Yeah.
So all season 1.
We got to get
Then
more
the,
in there.
Then the
Yeah.
next day,
Yeah.
the next day we'll come back. We'll watch all season 2, and then on the 3rd day, season 3 will drop, and we'll watch it all.
It would have to be like
I haven't seen it yet.
I guess
So-
Sunday.
no, it'd have to be a Saturday, Sunday, like Monday. Like if we had a long weekend for whatever reason.
Oh, 3 days in a row.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If it comes out
Yeah.
in December, we could do it over Christmas.
I mean, if
That'd
you
be
guys are up
perfect.
to it, we could do it in 2 days if we were really
I
great.
could
There
do
ain't-
it
there's
in 2
no way.
days. You couldn't sit there for 2 days straight and just
no,
watch
I'm saying
TV.
there's no way you could even do that because
Yes, you could.
each season would take like what 12 hours.
10 hours.
No, it's 10 episodes. They're like 45 minutes apiece.
45 minutes to an hour apiece.
So
I mean,
probably
it'd
9,
be-
10 hours. Probably.
As long as you got a bottle to piss in, you're fine.
Yeah, if we start at 8 a.m., we
I'm
go
getting
to
up.
like 2.
I'm getting up to go to the bathroom.
Well, we won't stop it. You just because we've already seen it. That was the replay part. Season 3, you sit for the full thing, but season 1, season 2.
Well,
it's
if
just
I
like
go,
a
That's
refresh.
fair. Like
Jacob had have to bring.
So when's this supposed to post?
It's
season
like
3 supposed to come out?
it's up in the area.
'Cause
It's like
yeah.
December or January.
If it's during the winter, I'll have time to like binge watch all the other seasons.
Yeah, it's like somewhere in December or
I guess
January.
I guess if you did it right, you could like be like playing pool or something and have it in the background. You know what I mean? Like doing something else and have it in the background. You
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily have to focus on it.
I
But
could
same-
I could just sit there and watch it.
I know
though.
you could, but I
I
can't.
probably could.
I can't sit still
May-
that long.
You're just like Austin.
Yeah, maybe not for season 1 and 2. Season 3, like when it's new, I'm like,
You have to
I'm
sit
not-
there and pay attention.
I'm not blinking, bro.
I'm not blinking. By the time it's over, Devin's just like,
you got Devin has to watch it twice, alternate his blinks. So he doesn't miss anything.
I think I missed that last time.
Before we get any farther, welcome back to the 70th, right?
Yeah,
70?
70.
70
Big
episodes.
70 episode installment of Speaking Sporadically. We're back in Luke's basement,
Yep.
and we got a guest, which this is the first time
You've
you're
been able to
seen
see him, yeah.
if you're watching on YouTube.
And possibly heard.
And possibly heard.
Yeah, that's funny. Do you remember what episode you were on, Felix?
I think it was like 20.
No, it was like 18.
17 or 18,
17 or
I think.
Okay, back in the late
It's been
teens.
like 50 episodes
Yeah.
ago.
It was like
I didn't
last
realize it was
July.
that long.
It's been a minute.
Has
yeah,
been long.
we had Felix on a while.
Yeah, I
ago.
didn't have my license. You had to pick me up that day.
Well, it's not because you were underage.
I just suck at driving.
Yeah, you do. You just suck at being awake
Yeah.
while driving.
In the middle
Episode
of the
19.
Episode 19 is up. I
Was our
thought it was
bowling
close
episode?
to 20.
On air -1.
Yep.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Missed the first half hour of it, but
See, but that doesn't even clear that much up because I think of like, all right, the amount of times someone like hasn't had their mic on, like, yeah, that could be a lot. That could be.
Yeah.
But it was like
That
the
doesn't-
first time it
I-
happened. Because that was like right after we got the
Yeah.
mics. Like
Yeah.
right after we switched from
Because
Yeah.
what we got
doing
the
it
mics.
on Jacob's phone or Devin's phone.
The quality
What's
was
so
surprising.
hilarious, I
on
looked
this
over
break,
at Luke
though.
and said, "Is my mic even on?"
I don't know
turn
how.
these things on.
I don't know. I don't know how it wasn't on to begin with, but I still don't know.
But we've double, triple, 8 times checked. It is on this time.
It is. I can
So-
see it. It's lit up. It's ready to roll.
Slid up.
I don't know. These guys are
Slid
disgusting.
up, just like all the girls on my story.
Cap.
Not really.
Felix doesn't have any women on the snap. It's all guys.
That's cap. That's cap.
It's all guys.
Hey, I went to 3 proms last year.
Wow.
So-
All right, all right.
Wow.
And this man doesn't even go to school.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
One prom was in his living room.
That was my fourth prom. I
Did
don't
you
talk
count
about
the
it.
Homeschool prom.
It's a rough time having to take your mom.
I don't know. Your mom's pretty good looking, so.
Ooh.
We're not going there, Luke. Leave the mothers out of this.
I thought Felix was about to be an Evan. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
You know what? You're not wrong, bud.
You see, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, but the first time Felix was on, that was the next episode right after we got our mics. So
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
18, we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the mics.
Mic'd
and
up, was
That
it?
might have even been like the same day because I remember we filmed like a couple.
No, we got the mics on like a Wednesday, and you were like, "Come over, we're
Yeah,
doing
and
it."
then- and then the one
we're
that
doing
I
it.
was
We're
on was
unboxing it.
Saturday.
We're figuring it out, and we spent like 4 hours in your basement.
It took us,
Unboxing,
yeah, 'cause
setting
we couldn't
up.
have done two.
and we
on that
couldn't
same
figure out
day.
how to get the audio to connect
But
to the
then-
Took us
computer.
a while.
That weekend, I think we did two. Yeah, we did two.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
And we did
Yeah.
another one.
Well, we
Sunday.
did 2 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday?
Was it a Saturday?
Yeah, it was a Saturday.
Okay.
Whenever I was on it, and then we did 2 that day.
Actually, I might have had work that day. That
I
makes
know I
sense.
left early from like the second one
Mhm.
or whatnot. One of those.
Yeah, you guys had
I think
work.
you
You
did-
and Isaiah
did-
had work.
You had work too. I think it wasn't until like 5 or something.
Yeah, I had work at 5 probably. That makes sense on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like we hit our stretches where we would all take naps before every podcast.
Oh my goodness.
That
That
was
was
terrible. Hey,
That
you
was
awake?
funny.
I bet he's sleeping.
Guaranteed one person was asleep before every single pod.
It happened. I think everyone was guilty of it at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone showed up late, usually besides me because it was in my basement.
Oh, there was a couple times even we would show up and you were asleep.
Yeah. Well, that's because I didn't know. There was times where I would walk down in my basement, and we have a pretty open house, especially when they're coming, so they just know to just walk in. So I'll be walking down the basement, expecting no one, talking to myself, and I just see him sitting on the couch. And I was like, "Oh, so I didn't know you're here."
He's ready to do this. They're already going. Just
Yeah.
turn it on.
Welcome to the show, Devin.
Welcome back.
Hey, Devin, hit the outro.
Hit the outro. Oh man,
So how's school been, Luke? School just started for
it's
all of us,
it's- last week was pretty easy.
For me too.
Yeah. Felix is a full-time worker
Huge
over there.
worker.
He
Gang.
graduated
Big.
from homeschool.
Graduated from homeschool
In like the end of June.
July.
How
No,
does-
no, I beat
It was
July.
end of June.
I beat
it was
July.
end of June. It was
I
end of
beat
June.
July.
Because we had your graduation party the Sunday after country concert.
Yep.
And no one showed up because it was the
Yeah.
Sunday after country concert.
I had to work that Sunday to be fair, and it was bad.
I bet it was.
It was like an
Yeah.
11-hour.
Didn't you
shift.
get paid a bunch though to
Yeah,
cover
yeah.
that?
I did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was like, I'm gonna need bribes, people. Lots of bribes.
I will
Lots
do
of
it, but no, school's been fine. Last week was the first week, and you know how it goes. First week is like, oh, okay, I just want you to like write an introduction,
yeah.
maybe post a picture of you, and I was like, oh man. So I just posted a picture of us when we were doing the pod.
Yeah, see, this is
and
a
I
whole
just
funny.
plugged the pod.
This is why I brought it up. This is a whole funny story. So I'll let you talk first before I go because I got a couple things. How's your school been?
Well, I just started today, so it's been going pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah, you
but
don't have
I've
much.
actually thought about.
Have you done anything at all yet?
So I did like all the easy introduction
Ah,
stuff. There's only one I haven't done because we have to record ourselves taking a video. And
Oh.
I was just chilling in my room with like no shirt on. I was like, I'm not in a mood to
Yeah.
take a video right now. So I was going to do that later this week. But I was thinking like we had to explain our previous public speaking experience, and I was going to plug the pod, being like, yeah, some of my public speaking experiences. I'm on a absolute bad
Banger
pod.
By the way, before I didn't go any farther, for you guys I was watching on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
I got it all buzzed off.
All right.
Hey.
Also,
Kind of far away.
do me and Devin look like brothers?
Yeah. Yeah. Before this,
Side by side.
where were we? We were at some festival.
Dude, that's actually so weird.
I know.
It is. It is.
We were at some festival, and I still had long hair, and there was a few people commenting, like, dude, you and Felix look the exact same. I'm like, yeah, honestly, we do. And I got my hair cut, and I came down here, and I looked at Felix, and I'm like, wow, that looks like me, bro.
You're like, damn, I'm ugly.
Anyway, back to the school thing. So the first story I have is, so I'm taking this one IT class. What is it, Luke?
It's communicational ethics and society and technology.
And it's just like a little class I have to do for like one of the like extra
Don't be a
fine
crappy
arts.
person.
Yeah, and
class.
like yeah.
Don't let her.
So
Essentially.
I was scrolling through again, like all classes, the introductions. I was scrolling through, and then believe it or not, I see Luke's name on it. I'm like, no way! I was going ballistic, like Luke's in my class because it's a pretty big school we go to, and this class is at the Lake Campus and Maine, so we go to
Yeah.
Wright State, and we we're late campus students, but I'm online mostly.
But this class has the full pool
yeah,
of
this
people.
is you have everyone,
be
so
anybody.
it's a big group. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, Luke's in it, let's go Noah, and I start replying to his introduction. And well, first I read it, and that's another thing. First I saw that like you have to post a picture of yourself, and if you don't, you lose points. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing. Like, why?
Podcast
It's so
picture.
dumb. So I immediately, also, I'm so curious. So I look at everyone else's photos and, just out of curiosity. And then I go and I look at Luke's and I read his, and Luke's is a podcast photo. I'm like, that's nice photo. And then I read it, and the whole bottom half of his introduction is just a straight ad for the podcast. Like, I'm actually on this awesome podcast called Speaking Sporadically with a bunch of my friends, and then they list all of our names, Jacob, Trey, whatever.
I had the picture from when we did made our podcast cover, and I just did the real one and not the actual cover one.
When we were like sitting on the couch.
No, his
That was the
standing.
circle one. We did the circle ones.
yeah, like,
And with the suits, and then Luke's wearing shorts.
You
Well,
can't see it. No, you
because
can't see
the
it.
shorts.
It's just the top half.
yeah, this is like, but I did that, and I started reading it, and it was like, you can check out our podcast anywhere, or you watch podcasts,
Drops the
YouTube.
link.
YouTube, he lists all
I
that.
listed all
And
of
everything.
it.
I'm
It sounded
like,
like an
all the
outro.
major
It
platforms.
really did. It really did. It was so funny, and I'm like, I'm doing the exact same thing. So I go, and mine was probably 3/4 because I'm like, yeah, I was starting to do my introduction. Believe it or not, one of my best friends, Luke, and I exclamation is in this class, and I'm in a podcast with him. Enter new paragraph, the whole advertisement.
Litany for the freaking
like,
podcast.
Like Luke said already, I'm in a blah 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 blah. Follow us, go like.
Make sure you go
listen
find
to
us.
Here. Let us know what you think or whatever. And then it was so funny. And then we actually have another friend that we know. We were scrolling and we're like, "You're in this class too?" It was so funny. But it made it nice because now I've told Luke like I'm replying to you every time.
And me and the other friend, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like that's it. We'll just wait.
Yeah. Like
That's it.
Because we have a discussion like every week. That's basically like our main homework. And
The
I'm
only
like,
homework.
Yeah.
You're supposed to read and do this discussion and take a quiz.
Does it hide your discussions before you?
Yeah,
until
you can't
post
look
one?
at them until you post, which
Yeah.
sucks.
So that's how like all my Edison classes normally are. But I have one class in this year that like I went to the week 1 discussions and like real classwork and whatnot, and I could see everyone else's discussions. I'm like, well, this might be an easy year.
dude, I did that. All of my classes were like that last year.
I had one class
all,
last year.
All 9, bro. I could see them. Like, this is the first time I had to post before I could see them. I could go
Wow.
click on the discussion and read through them all.
Normally, I couldn't read the
See
discussions.
what you're
so I
supposed to be
posted them.
talking about and then write something similar. Yeah.
I sometimes took people's answers, bro. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Like, it would be like, what was it? Wasn't it an accounting problem?
Oh, no. I hate
It might have been like an accounting
I hate
class.
accounting.
Or maybe it was like it was like something that had to do with like actual like money and like markets and economies. So they had to like explain a question and like actually come up with numbers by calculations. And I like read someone else's. I'm like, all right, rephrase, reword, blah blah blah. Hopefully you get this right person. If not, I'll be mad. Enter. So good.
Speaking of accounting, so I changed my major to avoid taking another accounting class,
Oh,
which is just a small pivot.
Was this recently?
Yeah, like
Okay.
this year, like slight pivot from what Devin is doing specifically to just this like little off branch of business. But I got roped into doing another class, and it's essentially accounting. But all it's doing is teaching me how to run QuickBooks, like Intuit QuickBooks,
Oh yeah.
which is I'm like this either is gonna suck or this is gonna be really easy.
What are softwares that do the accounting for you?
Pretty much all I'm gonna be taught how to enter all my stuff into this business thing, so I could
It's actually
run a
probably pretty
business.
useful.
Really?
Because no one actually does their own accounting really
Yeah,
anymore, unless
like-
you're
I mean,
a big company.
I use
I've a-
QuickBooks at work.
Exactly.
I'm in a really useful class for my major. It's a real estate application. So it's just like all the apps, softwares, websites that real estate agents use to find listings, do all the paperwork legally and everything. So I mean that's really useful.
Yeah, you're really gonna help us, Devin and I, here when we start flipping houses.
for sure, bro.
I've already
Or
been
wholesale,
I've already
wholesale?
been flipping houses, bro. They're just not mine. I work on my grandparents' rentals all the time.
It's just like Evan. Evan owns his own house technically.
Does he?
Him and Colin technically own a house. Remember?
Yeah, I think you told me
Yeah.
about
So
that.
since you brought up real estate,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about storage units?
I'm investing in real and in the state.
Is that an Eminem line?
That's the baby.
Oh. I mean, storage units are. It's an interesting topic.
Wait, are you talking about owning a storage unit facility?
owning storage unit
or
facilities.
buying storage units and then selling what's inside
It's a
of them?
risky business just because people can just not show up. People quit paying, and obviously you get money out of it from selling the unit and what's in it and stuff. But
Well,
it's such like.
I mean, there's risk to everything, though.
I know.
To me, if you find a good area, I think
it's
storage unit is
riskier.
one of the most like square
profitable.
footage profitable industries ever.
With
'Cause you
the
start-
least amount of work.
Yeah, with the least amount of
All
work.
you do is like, oh yeah, this is it. This
Yeah.
is where it's at. You lock it. You do all the work for it.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
you're-
you'll
sit here and
obviously have
collect
some
money.
that people won't like completely clean it out. So so you throw away some trash in a dumpster
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
sweep
but
the
if people
floor. like-
have this, like, if they keep a unit for years, I mean, it's kind of their own at that
Right.
point. They're taking care of it themselves.
absolutely.
Really, the only maintenance fees are security for around the.
And I
Right.
mean, that's
perimeter
just a
area.
big. That's
And
just
as
a
long
lot
as-
of cameras on a closed circuit television.
Yeah.
And as long as you live
Like
in a decent area, that's not a huge worry.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I bet the storage unit uptown, like
Yeah.
just on the north side of Larmy,
I forget that's there all the time.
I bet it's
Yeah, me too.
rolling in money if they
Yeah.
if they keep
That's
them.
all they
Yeah,
do
I
is
don't
have
know
a
if it's
fence
full.
around it. I don't even know who owns that.
I
Yeah.
bet it's full. I bet people come from like Sydney and just keep junk in there that they just don't have space for.
I mean,
Maybe.
they probably do.
So
The thing is,
Possible.
Sydney also has their own.
Sydney has probably a couple.
They have at least one. There's one right behind the drive-in.
yeah, I might-
There's another one out on the like by the car dealerships. It's called
Oh.
Sydney Express or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
my uncle has one out in Coldwater that he's paying. He's paying not much for it, but I kid you not, this
I
thing
mean,
is
$45 a month times
Yeah.
I
300
actually-
units.
I looked it up today for like a 10 by 10 unit was like $100 a month.
yeah.
Why were you looking up the cost of a storage
to
unit?
buy one,
Because
bro.
I want to buy one, but
Oh.
there's a place out by Jackson Center that they have 3 buildings that are all storage units, and I just made a comment to my coworker. I'm like, how much do you think that makes? So then we just kind of started looking up average costs. This was all in the truck as we're driving to the job, and so I started looking up average costs, and I'm like, if you had 40 units at $100 a month, that's 40 grand.
I mean, yeah, it's a bunch of money, and you just as long as you're paying your bills.
As long as you have
eventually-
somebody paying you, and if that's just a side gig,
yeah, I mean,
that's-
you just
pretty
pick
decent
that
money.
up for just a little bit of nothing. Do a little bit of light work to make sure it looks like something.
Yeah,
right.
I'm sure my uncle's paying like $35 a month, but he has one that is 3 foot deep and like 8 foot wide.
That's
like,
it.
It
That's
is
not very
tiny.
deep.
Oh yeah, they
'Cause
have
the
like
other
they
side
have
is for
5x5s.
vehicles. Yeah,
It's so
It's-
small.
Yeah, they're like that's nothing.
yeah. I mean, some people, they get them and they put really valuable things in them because some storage facilities offer like insurance policies. So like your things are insured when you put them in there,
Yeah.
so it's worth paying like an extra dollar. So it's almost in a way like a bank. Keeps your property safe. But that's
it's a
kind of
bank for more than just your money.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So that's that's kind of a whole different industry.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I bet one of the hardest things about it is the keys, keeping all the keys straight and changing.
Well, the
locks
thing about it
and
is
stuff.
people bring their own locks. All the ones I've seen,
that really-
people bring
isn't
their
that
own
really how it
locks
works?
and they lock it. Yeah,
Or now they just do electric pin pads,
or that.
Yeah.
so you get sent a
Right.
code, and then
That too. But like if it's old, like the ones you're talking about or Felix is talking about, it's like bring your own freaking
Lock
just
and
an
key.
old school lock and
That
key.
makes sense.
Because like
I mean, I watched a lot of Storage Wars back in the day.
yeah,
That's
but
how
I
it was
feel like those are
always done.
I feel like those are owned by the storage company.
No,
owners.
no, because they
Remember,
always
they
cut them
cut
off.
the
They bring
locks.
bolt
yeah,
cutters.
because
always
the
cut
person
'em.
that bought it
It
don't
dipped,
come
yeah.
back.
Dipped with the key. So technically,
I would doubt they would give it to the person because let's say like yeah, I put my lock on this place, but I'm not paying anymore.
We'll just cut it off. It's the same deal.
I guess, but
It's the same difference.
They make tools for a reason.
yeah.
A little electric
But then they
grinder
could just
just
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
off.
I can't believe half those people leave their storage units. Like if you can't make your payment, just like last day,
Hold
go
Pack
the
it
stuff
up.
up.
get rent something.
Because these people
throw it all in
leave
there.
so much stuff
Yeah.
in there.
And do like a yard sale and just get rid of it.
I forget. I was watching Storage Wars back. Obviously, this is very old school reality TV. Probably started my addiction, actually. We're really close to it. But like one of the most expensive storage units ever pulled just had a bunch of paintings in it. It was worth like $600,000.
Which is
remember
just
that
ridiculous.
episode.
Why
I-
would you do that?
I was like running around in my living room. Like,
Maybe they
this-
died.
How did this man make this much money doing this?
Yeah.
That actually reminded me of something I saw on TikTok today. So there was this guy on just he's a TikToker and he saw like a famous artist or whatever and he went up to him. Oh, what did he originally write it on?
Oh, just like a piece of paper. He had him
Yeah.
draw a stick figure.
Yeah, he drew a stick figure on a piece of paper or
I
whatever.
saw this too.
And then he walked away, and he was like, "Ha ha! I got a famous artwork piece or whatever from
Done
this
by
famous guy."
XYZ.
And then like he actually got DMs of people who like wanted to buy it and pay.
Yo,
and
I'll
he's
give
like-
you $125,000
Yeah,
for
he's
this.
like, "Hey, yo, hold on," and so he had an idea. So, but he wanted to get it.
Authenticated or signed.
Well, yeah, but
Authenticated.
but you need to get it signed. So he went back and made this whole elaborate plan to redo it. So he found the same guy, and he went and he's like, "Hey, let's play a game of Hangman." But he tricked them so where he did the Hangman thing, like it was just a hole in the piece of paper, so behind it was just a blank sheet. So he just tricked them, and then he's like, "Yeah, he'll sign this too, so we can just make sure we can use your video, record you." So he signed it, but again, there was a hole in the paper that he thought he was signing, so it was behind him, and he didn't really care, obviously, because it's just a funny thing. So he signed the photo or whatever, and then he took it out, got it framed and authenticated, and now he has like an actual art piece from this dude. And apparently, people want it and everything.
It was like halfway through the stick figure. He was just like, "Hey, he just want me to finish drawing the stick figure so you have a piece of art."
I think about that sometimes. Like if you're really famous and you want to give like your wife's fifth cousin like a birthday gift, just like, "Oh, here's my signature,
I
kid."
know.
Right?
Like it can't be close to you, because then that's like, wow, that is very like
That's just a
Mediocre.
douche move.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
just like
self-centered, no humility at all. But if
Right.
it's like someone kind of far away who doesn't like have like quick access to you all the time, whatever, would actually want
Yeah.
it, then it'd be like, you know,
Cool gift.
Yeah.
Gift.
man, so much work. I gotta sign my name again.
Send it.
That would get annoying though. Like I admire some of their patience, like their ability to sign,
Yes.
like because they know it makes each person's day that they give a signature to. But like maybe I'm sounding like, I don't know, like a bad person here, but dude, I would get tired of that.
and also
Okay,
like
that is-
the amount of crap they go through if they walk through a crowd, like people yelling their name, like, "Hey, yo, my mom's about to die, please sign this," and like shoving it in his face or whatever, and
Right.
like everyone's yelling at you, like, "Please, bro, please, I'll come myself," you know, and you're just like, "God, don't."
Exactly.
No.
You can't sign everything. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like
But
earlier-
okay, let's put it this way. You work at the golf course, right? So you're
Mhm.
outside, right?
yeah.
So would you rather work on a golf course for 8 hours in 100-degree weather or sit there and sign your name for about 4 hours?
Get paid the same
And-
amount.
If I get paid the same amount,
No, get paid 4 times as much to sign your name.
well, I mean that's just not all to it. But yeah, probably sign my name.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Get real good at
But
that.
like earlier this year, I got to go to a golfing tournament where it was like a pro-am, so celebrities were out golfing, and Eli Manning was out golfing. And every time this man would like sink a putt, and he would just walk into a giant crowd of people like asking for signature and whatnot. I'm like, this man's just trying to golf. Like he can't even golf.
He's trying to focus up here.
Yeah. Luckily, I caught him at like a really good spot. There wasn't really any people, and it was later in the day, so kind of everyone had seen him. So I got a picture with him. It was nice.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
But then, did you tell that whole story? I think we did, right?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, I think I did.
Because he talked about like Larry Fitz and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I lost it. Oh, it's coming back.
Oh, coming back.
Oh.
Another thing, I'm also impressed by how fast their signature. Like you can tell that they have changed their signature probably 20 times to realize like, oh, I gotta go faster.
Yeah.
Like
It
something
needs to be
like
more
that. It gets
efficient.
smaller. Like because I'm sure at the beginning, like you know,
The
before
big,
they were
nice, elaborate.
before they were famous, like their actual full name, and then they got like semi-famous, and like, all right, I'm just gonna change this out,
Yeah.
even more. All right, cut this out, and then by the end, it's literally just like a
It's the first letter
straight
and
line.
it's first of their first name and the first of their last name.
Yeah.
I
usually.
mean, I only write 5 letters in my signature. The rest is just squibbles.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
If I
see,
get the
I
L
can't, I
and the
can't
GL.
break that habit. I still sign my name every time,
mine.
and if it's not right, it bugs me.
I do a big J, scribbles, and then a nice B, and then I do the SHE, and then I do squibbles.
I do probably a DE scribble. And then my last name's hard. Like my last name has to be. You have to go a W, and then the R, A, and Y are all kind of like connected. So it's like, yeah, I've definitely shortened it over the years. Like,
As long as I get my G semi-close, the rest is just like EI and S and E all just
You
kind
can
of just
just
like
blend
roll
just a
together.
little.
I mean, to be
little-
fair, my dad just
scribble
does the.
Yeah.
They take anything.
They
What are they
take
supposed to say?
anything.
Hey, this doesn't look like your signature.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is consistency. If you do the same thing every time, or like you can slowly change it, obviously, if you want to shorten it. But like I know my dad's is like literally like an S, but you turn it sideways and like elongate it. So just like basically an uphill and a downhill, basically.
And that is the
All you need is a
signature.
scribble.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that. So like legally, if you want to buy something with your credit card, it has to have your signature on the back of it. So like so many people hand me their credit cards and they don't have signatures. I'm thinking like, well, because I work in transactions a lot. So I'm thinking like, what would be your reaction if it's like, oh no, sir, I can't run this card because it doesn't have your signature on it? Would you just sign it right then and there?
Is
I
that
don't-
what you're just supposed to do? Just on like just
the
with
pen on the
Yeah,
back?
apparently on the back of the card, you're supposed to have it signed or like the
Not
tellers.
like digitally, like printed on there.
No, yeah, not printed on there. There's like a
Just-
little white strip that's supposed to have your signature. Here, let me look at it. Hide that from the camera, though.
They'll snipe that. They'll snipe that.
Snipe that. I'll have to blur that out.
How am I supposed to put that on?
that grave.
Yeah.
On that gray bar?
But don't use pen. You have to use a thin tip Sharpie, or else it'll thin tip Sharpie. Leave it out for half an hour for it to dry.
Yeah.
Pen will smear no matter how long you
Where'd
leave.
you,
it.
gray?
where'd you learn this?
Yeah, on that
Probably.
gray.
Yeah.
I just
right there. Authorized
Hold on,
signature.
my
Yeah,
sign.
has to have-
Wow.
Yeah, because it says on the card. It says like what? Not authorized, not valid unless signed.
Okay, so let's take this one step further. Per the whole scribble thing, you could just authenticate a card, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
scam.
That's
someone.
why it's
Just-
kind of useless because you can't really look at the signature and then compare it to the name on the front. Like you probably like I give them a receipt, you know that they have to sign too,
Yeah.
which I only give them that so they can write tips on it. Like I don't care if you sign that.
Exactly.
Same way with
Literally. I'm
I don't
like,
care if you sign that. But,
But I want a tip.
yeah, you're probably supposed to like look at the card, then look at the thing they signed, be like, yeah, those look similar. I'll let you pass. But then again, in the bar industry, what am I gonna do? Like, you already opened.
No
that,
one has
but
time.
I'm gonna need to take that back.
No one has time to check all that. Especially when you're closing 15, 20 tabs. Like, psh.
Another thing, like it doesn't.
They're
matter.
halfway through. Be like, nope.
Hey, nope. Off the rest up.
Another reason why that's pointless is like online. Like if someone's gonna scam you, they're just gonna take your numbers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't ever look at the
it's so
card.
old
You don't
school.
ever insert it or swipe or take a picture. You just number.
The other thing that
number,
drives me
number.
nuts is like web signatures. Like we had to do one when we went whitewater rafting.
Yes.
No, not even the ones we have to sign for the whitewater rafting
You
one.
just
You
all-
typed in your
digital-
name.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
digitally
And
sign
sent it in.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's how a lot of places
You
do
just,
it.
like,
I
check
do
a
that all the
box.
time. For if like I complete like any type of job application or any type of like FAFSA, anything for college, they say like type at the bottom and you have to like check for like approved signature
Yeah.
or something.
I don't know why. It drives me nuts a little bit because for the back in high school we had to fill out. Well, never mind. But we had to fill out those forms when it was exam days and we wanted to get out early. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
past year it was online, and like it said parent signature, and then I just typed in Matt Sherman.
Yeah.
So
Oh, man.
yeah, it just cracks me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little dumb.
What I thought what you were talking about at first was like whenever you go to like the DMV or like you actually need to write your signature and you try to write it on that screen and it is insanely different than on
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though I do the same exact thing with my hand on that thing. It is
It's like, you just
Completely in
put like a
another
couple
world.
random scribbles
Yep.
on there.
They're like, oh, so this is what your signature looks like for
Yeah.
the next 5 years.
exactly like if I pulled out my driver's license, it looks nothing
I
like
know.
that.
Yeah, mine looks
Same.
like garbage. But
Same.
They even warned me of that too. Like I got there, they're like, just sign it. It's gonna look terrible. It's gonna look completely different. I'm like, nah, I can do this. It's writing, bro. How did I mess this
It's
up?
writing.
I was on the verge of asking him to redo mine.
I was
So
too. I
bad.
was just about to say that. Like I was like, yo, I need to redo this. Give me a redo. This is not it.
That is
You
that
put
is
your-
the worst though.
so
When you have that
ugly.
digital pen and it's like glitchy or it's like
Yeah.
behind and it's just
You put your
crazy.
pen down and the ink starts appearing like an inch away, and you're like, hey, yo,
Oh,
I'm
no.
not writing there.
Or you ever done it on like a computer with your mouse and you just have to like click and
That's
hold
tough.
like a marker? So bad, too.
Terrible.
And it, also like I remember we did one for Scott's, and so like it basically you click on it and it opened up like basically like what do you call it, like an art page
Like
where
a
the
big, just
stylus-
like a blank page with a stylus.
yeah.
just, one of those things. And I didn't know how big to do it, so I just did it like medium size, like center of the page. Probably took like a third of it. So I did it, and then I hit OK, and then it goes down and it shows it on the form, and it literally cut off the entire. No, it was massive. It got it got like 3 parts of my entire name. I'm like,
What?
apparently they wanted you to do it like actual size. So like they give you the paper this big, right?
On a computer
And I
screen,
did it
right?
this big, but even though the signature box is like this, so I just did the full thing.
It
So
was
when
not
it zoomed
this
in, it was this, and I'm like, redo. So I had to do it like really small until finally it's still like I still didn't know where like the center was, so it still cut out parts. But again, it's not
Then why don't
super
that-
accurate. So
that
I was just like
doesn't make
good
any
enough.
sense.
Yeah.
They should have just
Submit
gave
it.
you the
Corporate
block.
BS.
Yeah, the IT guy for corporate was probably designing this and like, yeah, that'll work.
Close enough. Tyson said it the first time. He's like, "Yeah, welcome to the world of corporate BS." My first year, he's like, "Don't you just love it?" I'm like, "It's great. It's great.
love it.
It's great." Oh.
Sorry, a little inside joke.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I think I'm gonna end this segment here
we
because
don't know where we're at.
yeah, we started it super late,
Yeah.
so I have no clue.
I have to say we're probably pretty close.
Live, starting the timer.
Stopwatch. We
Oh, we got to
one.
mention this.
Stopwatch go.
How clean was Luke's prediction that the camera was about
That's
to end?
mine, bro. I was the one that started.
It,
ending the
was
segment.
Devin's.
I mean,
He's
Luke
like,
said the
he's
last
holding
words.
up his
Luke,
phone.
yeah.
like-
I said, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of probably pretty close.
But last
So
segment when it cut
Technically,
out,
you had the internal clock that noticed the situation.
yeah. But last segment when it cut out, that was the camera. No one touched it. We were all talking like, I think it's gonna end or whatever. It's probably about that time, and then we all say go.
Yep.
I'm
Turn
like,
off.
wow, we're gooded. We're legends.
Goated.
Very-
Literally the
very
best
good.
podcasters.
Hey,
Kind of smart. We can only
I've-
record
I've-
30-minute videos or segments, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meanwhile, you have some podcasts that go like an hour and a half straight without even stopping.
It's a nice email you got there.
I know.
We were just
Ooh.
talking. We were just talking
Big
about it.
emails. Okay.
Could I read your emails, bro?
All spams, really? Nah, not all, but
I was,
At Robin Hood spam.
I was gonna make a joke with that, but I decided not to.
Yeah.
Not on the podcast.
Probably good. Probably good.
Probably
Good call.
probably
yeah.
would have tanked.
Good
yeah.
call.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably would have tanked.
Oh.
Dang.
Okay, I gotta whisper it to Luke because I can't forget this one.
I think you said it too loud, bro.
that was close.
I bet the mic picked that up.
we
Actually,
may have to throw on headphones and turn it up to see if we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
catch that. Get the bleep or whatever.
I kind of hope it did catch that, just because. Okay, let's be real. That'd be
That's
hilarious.
funny.
You just hear.
No, we put subtitles.
Yeah.
Subtitle it.
That's just for the YouTube crowd.
Yeah,
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 there you
really.
go.
It
make
would
sure you
be.
go follow us
It's
on
the
YouTube.
dude. YouTube. You could turn YouTube into the uncensored version of the podcast.
Yes and no. Actually,
because
I think opposite. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
censor like Spotify podcasts.
Yeah, no,
and stuff.
Spotify. As long as you don't have your phone like specifically set on
Like,
unexplicit for
Yeah.
Spotify, like or put on Spotify for kids.
Yeah.
As long as you just say that your podcast is explicit.
you can say like anything.
Yeah, they'll send it
YouTube's
out.
opposite.
I mean, have you listened to like a Joe Rogan podcast?
yeah, really.
Maybe wild then.
cheeseburgers?
Yeah, YouTube's way stricter.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for
Man,
sure.
they've been around longer though. They've had more time to perfect their censoring craft.
Yeah. They're
Not
real
for the
huge
good,
on
but
Yeah.
Because YouTube like censors anything before you even post.
yeah, you can
it.
get demonetized for
Yeah.
literally anything.
They have like different levels. Like your video can get taken off. You can get like a strike, and like that's the worst. Or like you say a cuss word, and then they'll demonetize it. Where it's still up and it's still fine, but you don't make money off.
The
it.
thing I don't get is you have certain YouTubers that get like demonetized and stuff for cussing, and then others like it's like every other word and nothing happens.
Yeah. Well, you
Like,
they probably- they probably
remember
still
Logan
get-
Paul?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
They probably
probably-
still get demonetized.
They just don't say like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm getting demonetized.
because it still allows the video to play. It's just they don't make money off of it.
Unless they have a sponsor for the video,
Yeah,
a
then they-
sponsored
yeah,
video,
yeah.
which people like Logan Paul don't exactly need sponsored videos. Don't
Well,
exactly need
They-
monetized
They don't need the money from
Huge.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Because they're already getting so much from the sponsorship.
from a sponsored.
So as long as it doesn't get taken down,
Like
they
Simply
can just
Safe.
send it.
This video is been
Safe.
sponsored by Simply Safe.
Manscaped.
Yeah, Manscaped, Audible.
Audible was a big one for
Yeah,
a
that's
while.
big one.
I mean, a lot of people I watch get
SeatGeek.
Simply Safe all the time. Like Millennial Farmer,
Yep.
all the time. Simply Safe.
Or
Stradman,
The big
always.
one with the farmers is Northern Chill now.
Yeah, Northern Chill, it's just water.
It's the home security device, bro. All the
Simply
Home
Safe.
security.
Simply
You don't know what Simply Safe
like-
is?
Never heard
Dude,
of
we
it.
should get sponsored by Simply Safe. We were already plugging. it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like let's
honestly, we
okay.
need to stop
Simply
talking.
Safe.
We need to get sponsored by Arizona.
Protect your stuff.
I set it up in just 30
In
minutes.
just 30
and I'm an
minutes.
idiot.
Contact the email, speakingsporadically@gmail.com. Hit us up with the deets. Then we'll go on. We'll give you.
We'll
give
make
you a
sure
good
to
rap.
tag
Email
them in a
specifically,
couple.
Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to clip this out for TikTok, and then I'm just going to tag them on TikTok and see if we
Yes.
can get a response.
Yeah.
You start getting
sponsor
sponsored
us.
by like owls and local businesses.
Also, does Simply Safe have a slogan? Because I vote the slogan is just protect your stuff.
Let me see. I will see what I can find.
Making safe simple.
Making safe simple.
That would be.
Is that it?
Since I don't know when they're
now they're gonna steal that.
Yeah.
they're
They're not gonna give us anything.
How do you-
come
how
on,
you fill out
Jacob.
a
You gotta think. You gotta
yeah.
inside thoughts sometimes.
Gotta get a copy right.
Also, look up whenever they started, because you could just be like making safe simple.
Is
since-
Simply Safe owned by Amazon? Was acquired by Hellman and Friedman. I don't know.
It's easier just to
Oh,
look
it
up
is.
what does Amazon not own.
Yeah, really?
What does the Blackstone Corporation not own?
Oh, they had at one point they had a tagline: "Protect home like a pro," which
Bro, your parents starting a band upstairs?
Yeah, for real. What are your parents doing?
I don't know.
It sounds like they're watching TikTok.
I'm
bro.
not. Now we whoa.
That's
We both
not
know they're
happening.
not.
You would have
Yeah.
heard the sound change like 9 times already.
Swipe, swipe, swipe,
I
swipe.
really like corn.
Oh my goodness. That kid is ever. Do you see the Chipotle ad?
No.
They brought him on.
Are you
No, got
serious?
the corn kid. And he went. I'm like, all right, what would you like, tortilla or bowl? Neither. And he goes down the line like asking cheese, none. So he has an empty bowl, and then he goes, you want corn? And he's like, corn.
Oh my
Oh, that
gosh.
kid, and he
It's a
says
big
it.
lump of knobs.
God, I hate it.
It's terrible.
It was
It's
funny at the
Yeah,
beginning.
the first couple of times I was like, all right, this
Well,
is a bang.
The funniest part is his mom, because his mom is sitting right next to him, and she is like just like laughing at him, knowing that he is being ridiculous. Like when he's like, I couldn't imagine a more beautiful thing, and his mom's just like dying because he's like, what are you talking about?
I haven't even seen the original.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've just
really?
heard the sound.
You got to watch it without the soundtrack. It's pretty cute.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
probably better. It's
No,
I don't
it's
know,
definitely
less-
not better than the edited soundtrack.
I don't know. Maybe it's less aggravating. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I've heard that one less. I hear the one with the tune all the time.
Yeah.
Straight up, your mom is like she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get my quilting right before we started the podcast.
Yeah.
She's just up there like rage quilting.
Hey, yo, Lisa, turn it up some. Come on.
Turn it up some.
If we listen real closely. Oh, she's listening to music on her speaker that she got from work.
Can you like remotely turn that off?
I can't. I might be able to connect it to it.
Podcast won't pick it up. We're just
No. I just wonder if I can screw with her a little bit here. Oh, I forget what it's called. It's called that. Please.
work. Cross the finger.
Oh, I know what they're watching. They're watching they're watching the video for next year's WoW raffle and all the prizes, and because they're selling 2,000 more tickets next year. The biggest cash prize, $55,555 for their 5th year.
Shout out to the WoW.
Yeah.
Could also sponsor this.
That'd be sweet,
Dude,
But I don't
record a podcast on location at the WoW.
It'd be so loud because they play
tickets as they get
music
to be
all day
guests.
long there.
It's all right. We'll sit a little.
As long
far
as you
away.
stayed back, like by where the food trucks are,
I guess maybe
you would just kind of have the crowd.
it'd be
noise.
pretty cool.
That'd be
And
awesome.
So they're having an hour. There's gonna be 1 hour next year from the hours of 3 to 4 where they draw a prize every minute.
Every minute.
Because this year they did 7 hours of one every 2 minutes. Next year they're doing.
Wait, 7 hours?
They did 7 hours, one every
That's
2
less
minutes,
prizes.
211 total prizes. Next
What?
year they're doing it 12 to 7.
Luke.
What?
Every 7 hours every 2 minutes. They actually did that?
Yes.
Really?
Before you showed up,
Oh.
for 7 hours,
I guess
starting
I
at
missed out.
noon, they pull one number, lottery style, with like the bouncing balls and the thing like that. They pull one every 2 minutes. They're still going to do that, but they're giving away 30 more prizes next year, or 30 or 40 more prizes.
So you want to, before you go any farther, you want to explain what this is, just for viewers
Okay.
and me.
So the
I mean, I got a gist of it, but
the WoW
The
is
WoW
just like
lottery.
it's just a big raffle. It sponsors a local schools sporting events and like all their facilities and stuff like that. It's like their gym committee, our version of a gym committee. But every year, for the last 5 years, this was their 4th year. Their next year's gonna be their 5th. They've been having a what they call the WOW Super Raffle, the Win on the Wabash Super Raffle. And it's a $100 ticket, and then they draw numbers. So every ticket's numbered 1 through 8,000, or technically 4 zeros. They do 000 through 8,000. And they do it lottery style with like the bouncing balls, like Powerball style, which is technically like the fairest way. And you can win anything from, they had a brand new truck, a Jeep, there was a Challenger, like 4 or 5 golf carts, 3 Razors, 4 Rangers,
4-wheeler.
There's like 4 4-wheelers. They have a $25,000 cash prize. I don't know if I can say that. Firearms. And just like smaller cash prizes, $500,000. And that happens on their main day. And then they have a bunch of side raffles too that they draw out.
Seems like a pretty big thing.
It's huge. It's a
Just
big
for
deal.
school.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And then every night they have live entertainment. So we had Drew Parker on Friday night, and then we had a local band, Saw Creek, on Saturday night, along with Jake Worthington. And so Drew Parker and Jake Worthington,
was so classy.
they were both they're both Nashville recording artists.
Yeah.
So
That was
it's essentially what I did all weekend.
You got some of that sleeping on the blacktop type of music.
not even.
He
it
was
was
more
just a
like
super
old
like,
school, like 80s, 90s country.
Yeah, just like the
he
classic
stood
country
there
sound.
and strummed his guitar and sang his songs, and
He
that
even
was
did the classic like Alan Jackson like play from like the side of your guitar,
not
kinda.
like over. like
He was just like
behind.
he just had that classic Texas.
he had a
country,
Copenhagen
like, it was
ring in his
awesome.
front pocket, not the back.
Oh,
Exactly.
Oh,
That's how
yeah.
you know you're a classy tour when it's in your front pocket.
But so that's the video they're watching for
Austin.
next year. But so next year, obviously, it's their 5th year, so they're going out bigger. They're selling 2,000 more tickets, so they're gonna sell 10,000 tickets. They're gonna have more live entertainment. They're giving away a pontoon, I think, next year. They have a Dodge Ram Bighorn as like one of their big prizes. They're giving away like a bunch of Razors again, bunch of Rangers, 4-wheelers, golf carts, trailers, cash, and obviously the big one is $55,555 in cash.
So you like camp
They do
out
it-
there?
You can camp out there. We just drove back and forth every night. Another prize is it's a hunt. You go on New Year's Eve and you go hunting with Ted Nugent.
Really?
Yeah. Another one is a 7-day African safari or $10,000 in cash. A family Disney vacation or $5,000.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Taking the cash.
Yeah, for I think African safari. I might actually go
I would
on
think
that.
about that. The
I would-
Disney
I
trip,
might actually Disney. I'll
I'd
take
take
the $5
cash.
grand. But
Yeah,
an
easy.
African safari,
7 days. You said?
That's-
7 days, airfare included, taxes paid.
I have to see the place I'm staying at because there are some nice places down there, where
And-
they put you like in like the desert. but they
Actually,
have,
no,
like,
it's not
nice
10. It's
villas.
20,000. I forgot.
Okay,
So
but
it's
now-
probably like a nice villa.
that-
It's
double
nice.
down.
They double down. And then next year they're also doing a 12-day Alaskan cruise for Alaskan
That would
trip
be
for
awesome.
2.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do
Or
the
I think there's probably they'll probably
I think
get
I'd rather
cash
do the
options.
Alaskan.
Is the safari trip by
My
yourself?
grandparents used to do that.
Can you bring anyone?
Yeah, I got 2 entrance wristbands.
No, on the African safari trip.
Yeah, it's for 2.
You won?
No, I
No.
wish. I wish. It'd be cool.
That's what he made it
You
sound
said
like.
I
Yeah.
got.
No, like every ticket though.
It's usually for
I
2.
get 2 entrance wristbands to go to the actual place.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so just-
most of their trips are just for 2.
Right. So just to go on record, Luke has told me about this. Like he told me about it last
Last
year
year.
and tried to get me to come up,
Didn't
and I was
go.
just kind of like, I don't know, whatever. It's this weird raffle thing that Luke goes to, right? Luke does some weird
It's just
things.
this weird Luke thing.
You like
And
some
so,
gambling.
so
I
he
do
talks.
like
So he
gambling.
talked me into coming up on Saturday night, and it was an absolute blast. I showed up.
Great
There's just
time.
tons of people everywhere, and there's just tons of raffles. You can spend as much money as you want, or you can not spend any money at all. And
So you can buy it there.
oh yeah,
Well,
You don't have to be
not the
pre-
big ticket, not the big,
Not
the
the
big
big
ticket.
ticket.
The
Yeah.
big ticket this last year sold out in 3 weeks.
Okay.
right. So you can only get into the smaller ones, like
They had a
Um,
bunch of there's like a war chest raffle, and it had like an assault rifle and a handgun that it was all matching like camo, and it had a big matching camo box, hard cover case that went with it. They had 2 of those.
They had
They had a
kayaks.
50. Yeah, there was a
they had
kayak.
patio furniture. I mean, bikes,
All
like
kinds
just
of
random
things.
stuff.
Yeah, and just
they
raffling
had
it
big
off.
50-50, which
The 50-50.
did we
yeah.
tell the news, Luke?
I don't know.
No, okay.
I don't know.
We
I'll
don't,
tell,
we
I'll
don't
tell
need
it
to get
off the air.
robbed.
I'll tell it off the air.
No.
But they have a big 50-50. They do a pre-sale 50-50, then they do a 50-50 both Friday and Saturday night.
And it gets big.
And it's huge. Like Saturday night's 50-50 was 23,460 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Last year was apparently like $25,000. Just stupid amounts.
And then
of
on
money.
top of that, once they're done drawing for the night, then it just turns into a party, basically.
Mhm.
And the bands are playing, and you're just hanging out. Like, it's just any normal
It's kinda
picnic.
almost
You're just
like-
hanging out listening to a
it's
band.
like a picnic, but it's like better. It's somewhere between country concert and like just a picnic.
And, right.
Good time.
It's
great time.
It was a blast.
And honestly, you may not win anything, but you get $100 in entertainment value easily out of the ticket.
Not sure.
Even if you don't win anything.
Sure.
You still like I said it to somebody else, somebody I saw there. I was like, I might not have won anything, but I want a good time. Like I want a real good time.
Wow.
Oh, I had a great time.
Head on up to the WoW. Might
Head up
not
to
win
the
much,
WoW.
but you'll win a good
The
time.
way you said it, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
heartfelt.
Luke is just so
Sentimental.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, though, it's a good way to put Luke.
Didn't
Yeah,
win
there's
anything.
sometimes Luke's talking. I don't know if he's getting like emotional or out of breath, but he like slows down a lot and like carries things out.
It's more
like,
of out of breath. I just don't breathe. in
Well, yeah,
between
I think he just gets like
sentences.
tired too, because it's like his voice just like he kind of fades away. Like Luke will be talking,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just kind of turns.
But it sounds like you're getting emotional sometimes.
I don't get emotional too fast. You don't know me very well.
I've
But-
never seen you emotional.
No, I don't. Like, I don't know.
Other than
I'm angry.
okay,
I think
okay. Well,
angry.
Angry is a little
no,
different.
I don't count angry because everyone gets angry. I'm talking like in your feels, like crying.
I don't see the point.
I've only
It's
seen
not
that. I've only
doing
seen that a
anything
couple
for me.
times from Luke.
It doesn't do me anything. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
So
I've seen Luke get angry.
Water
Yeah,
just
I-
rolls
fair
off this
share
heart
of
of
that.
stone.
What'd you say?
So them tears just roll off this heart of stone.
I have a hot temper, but
I think. Did we told the story about the tent, right?
which
At the lake, and we hit it, and
No.
yeah, I think we did. I think
We've definitely had.
I think
bro,
so.
but
I think
he
we've-
was.
I was-
pissed.
so just so funny too with the phone
it
call.
was so small.
I don't want to say it again because if you've listened for a while, you'll hear it twice.
You heard it, but
And I have no clue which episode it'll be on, so just go back and listen to.
make
all
sure
of
you
them.
listen to them all.
Listen to them all.
You're just
Listen
gonna
to
have to
them all.
watch them all.
Listen to them all.
And it's probably not on YouTube, only on Spotify.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
an
yeah.
only Spotify episode.
If it's
but-
between 15 through 49, those are not on YouTube. So
yeah,
Not yet.
not
yeah,
yet.
we're getting there.
Sometime.
Maybe.
When did you guys actually start recording?
Our first March 23rd, something like that.
It was our
Yeah,
50th
like
episode.
50th.
I totally had no
Oh, we're on
50.
70 tonight. So
I knew
50.
it's.
Okay.
Yep, 20
It starts with
episodes.
an M.
I didn't realize you had that many on YouTube.
Yeah, we got 20. Feels like it should be more than that.
It
Honestly.
really does. It's just been
I feel like we've been doing it for a while
it's been a grind.
on the YouTube.
I mean, we're five episodes off from our year and a half, like total
Wow.
Yeah.
75.
Yeah, I guess 25 every.
Then what? We have the centennial. Is that 100?
100, yeah.
Yeah, we have the centennial episode.
That's gonna be a
100
big
episode.
one.
That's huge.
I think we're gonna like live
If we
stream that.
we gotta
If we can. As long as we can.
We gotta get like
anyways.
an audience and then have just people.
How?
Like,
How are we going to get an audience in the cabin?
Bro, we'll
Do it here.
We'll just have like us doing it in the cabin.
Grandstand.
Dude,
No.
Yeah. We'll have it doing in the cabin. We'll have like a little party outside.
Yeah, and it's like a ton of people will be outside. Then
And
like
we'll just
every
lock
10 minutes
ourselves
we'll just
inside.
open the door up and be like, "Hey, someone
Someone
to be
in."
on."
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone could
We
walk
put
in
someone
and just
new.
be on.
Just draw a name. You get to the party, you put your name in a hat for a chance to win on a spot on the podcast.
Yeah. That'd be dope. It's
It
just
would
live
be.
streaming. People just hop on and off. We just do it for like an hour, 2 hours straight or something.
Yeah. Oh, we
Maybe.
gotta make this one long for sure.
yeah.
And the live stream
Like
won't
2
cut
hours.
off. It'll just keep going.
We just have to figure a way to like record it. Because if we're gonna do it with the camera, you can do that because you can do it like a separate way. But then obviously the battery probably won't last for like 2 hours or whatever. Or we could just do it from the computer, get like a webcam and plug in our mics and see how that quality is.
We
and
gotta have
from
the
there
camera
and just have it
quality, I
plugged
think.
in. We'll see.
Technicalities. We'll figure something out for it. We got
Yeah.
30
Yeah,
30
yeah,
episodes to figure it out.
Yeah.
30 weeks.
Over 6 months.
Yeah, we got a long time. Oh. My chin
Don't turn
bumped
your mic
into the
off.
my chin bumped into the mic. Might have been a little ear rape there. But
I heard a ringing. I was like, what was that?
it's your ears.
Devin thought
it's
he was-
Nom.
Yeah.
Dana.
I had an older gentleman tell me he had tendonitis over the weekend. And I was like, oh,
Distant whirring of a chopper. Just
They're in the trees.
they're in the tree. You ever tell a knock knock joke in Vietnam and the trees start laughing? Scary times.
Oh man.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah, you said you had a
How long
story.
is it?
We got 11 minutes.
We got 11 minutes. Think I can read all that in 11 minutes?
Yes, absolutely.
That's a lot.
Try it. Go.
Just go, sure.
Let's go for it.
So
I
my
guess.
uncle sent me this a while ago, and he just sent me an email that my great uncle sent him, and I read it like on my own, and it was pretty funny. I mean, kind of old school people stuff, sending like funny stories through emails, but whatever. All right. So this is an actual account as relayed to paramedics at a chili cook-off in Texas. Alrighty. For those of you who have lived in Texas, you know this is true. They actually have chili cook-offs about this time Halloween comes around. It takes a majority of the portion of the San Antonio City Park. All right. So I'll read it has names and I'll get into it then. Judge number 3. So judge number 3 was an inexperienced chili taster, Frank, who was visiting from Springfield, Illinois. Frank: recently, I was honored to be selected as the judge at a chili cook-off. The original person called in sick at the last moment, and I happened to be standing there at the judge's table, asking directions to the Coors Light truck. When they called me in by name, I was assured by the 2 other judges, native Texans, that the chili wouldn't at all be that spicy. And besides, they told me I could have free beer during the tasting, so I accepted and became judge number 3. Here are the scorecard notes from the event. Chili number 1, Mike's Maniac Monster Chili. Judge number 1, a little too heavy on the tomato, amusing kick. Judge number 2, nice smooth tomato flavor, very mild.
Mild.
Mild. Just reading sometimes gets me, guys. I'm not going.
Well,
Are you illiterate or can you just not read?
I just can't read out loud because your brain be going so fast. All right. Judge number 3, Frank. Holy crap, what the heck is in this stuff? You could remove dried paint from your driveway. Took me 2 beers to put the flames out. I hope that's the worst one yet. These Texans are crazy. Chili number 2, Austin's Afterburn Chili. Judge number 1, smoky with a hint of pork, slight jalapeno tang. Judge number 2, exciting barbecue flavor, needs more peppers to be taken seriously. Judge number 3, keep this out of reach of children. I'm not sure I'm supposed to taste besides pain. I had to wave off 2 people who wanted to give me the Heimlich maneuver. They had to rush in more beer when they saw the look on my face. Now, chili number 3, Fred's famous Burn Down the Barn Chili. Judge 1, excellent firehouse chili, great kick. Judge 2, a bit salty, good use of peppers. Judge 3, call the EPA. I've located a uranium spill. My nose Felix, I have been snorting Drano. Everybody knows the routine by now. Get me more beer before I ignite. The barmaid pounded me on the back. Now my backbone is in the front of my chest. I'm getting smashed from all the beer I'm drinking. Chili number 4, Bubba's Black Magic. Judge number 1, black bean chili with almost no spice, disappointing. Judge number 2, hint of the lime and the black beans, good side dish for fish or other mild foods, not much of a chili. Judge number 3, I felt something scraping across my tongue, but I was unable to taste it. Is it possible to burn out your taste buds? Sally, the beer maid, was standing behind me with fresh refills. This 300-pound woman is starting to look hot, just like this nuclear waste I'm eating. It's chili. Lisa's legal lip remover.
okay. Just real quick. This sounds like what my mom sounds like when I cook, and I make white bean chicken chili, and I use 1 too many peppers. She's like, "What'd you put in this stuff?"
If
hot.
my dad's eating chili and he's not sweating, he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm used to super sweet chili, not spicy chili, so
Sweet chili is terrible.
I'd
I'm
definitely
sorry.
be in this guy's position.
Continue.
Judge number 1. This is Lisa's legal lip remover. So judge number 1, meaty, strong chili, cayenne peppers freshly ground, adding considerable kick, very impressive. Judge number 2, chili using shredded beef, could use more tomato, but admit the cayenne peppers make a strong statement. Judge number 3, my ears are ringing. Sweat is pouring off my forehead and I can no longer focus my eyes. I farted. And 4 people behind me needed paramedics. The contestant seemed to be offended when I told him that her chili had given me brain damage. Sally saved my tongue from bleeding by pouring beer directly on it from a pitcher. I wonder if I'm burning my lips off. It really ticks me off how the other judges ask me to stop screaming. Barra's very vegetarian variety. Judge number 1, thin yet bold vegetarian variety chili, good balance of spices and peppers. Judge number 2, the best yet, aggressive use of peppers, onion, garlic, superb. Judge number 3, my intestines are now a straight pipe filled with gaseous sulfuric flames. No one seems inclined to stand behind me except Sally. Can't feel my lips anymore. I feel like I need to wipe my butt with a snow cone. Chili number 7, Susan's Screaming Sensation Chili. Judge number 1, a mediocre chili with too much reliance on canned peppers. Judge number 2, ho hum tastes as if the chef literally threw in a can of chili peppers in the last moment. I should take note that I'm worried about judge number 3 as he appears to be a bit in distress as he is cursing uncontrollably. Judge number 3. You could put a grenade in my mouth, pull the pin, and I wouldn't feel a thing. I've lost sight in one eye, and the world sounds like it's made of rushing water. My shirt is covered in chili, which slid unnoticed out of my mouth. My pants are full of lava to match my shirt. At least during the autopsy, they'll know what killed me. I've decided to stop breathing. It's too painful. Who cares? I'm not getting any oxygen anyways. If I need air, I'll just suck it in through the 4-inch hole in my stomach. Chili number 8, Big Tom's Toenail Curling Chili. Judge number 1, the perfect ending. This is a nice blend of chili, not too bold but spicy enough to declare its existence. Judge number 2, this final entry is a good balanced chili, neither mild nor hot. Sorry to see that most of it was lost when Judge 3 farted, passed out, fell over, and pulled the chili pot down on top of himself. Not sure if he's going to make it, poor feller. Wonder how he would have reacted to a really hot chili. Judge number 3, no report.
No report.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This 300-pound woman is starting to look hot.
She's just pouring. I was waiting for him to like do a keg stand or something. Just have like the keg right there. Just pump it straight in. That was funny.
That'd be a tough
Hey, you want to
situation
email that
put
to me?
into. Yeah, I can forward it. Instagram bio.
I think there's a character limit.
Yeah, there is.
I think at one time, one of our friends, Cole, he had he named the name of our group chat all the lyrics for All Star by Smash Mouth. All
Every
of them.
single lyric?
Every single lyric. He just copied them from Google and just made it the name of our. And you see, you get as a notification, Cole has changed the name of Cactus Club to.
Hey, now.
All big. It is that big. It showed it all.
All of it.
And it showed-
every
oh
last,
my gosh.
every last lyric. This was like back before they probably made a word limit on that. Oh my god, it was so
This was
funny.
on Snapchat?
I was on an iMessage back in the day when we all had iMessage.
Oh.
I was gonna say there's no way.
I was going to say there's no way.
Snapchat
No,
definitely
because
won't let you
Snapchat
do
just
that.
cuts it
I'll
off.
have
Even
to-
if you
Yes.
put somebody's name too long.
Yeah, Snapchat does cut it off, but this was on iMessage. Oh,
That's
it was
awesome.
funny.
That would have been funny.
All was hilarious.
You could probably put it on like a Instagram caption. I don't think there's a limit on those. Is
You
there?
probably could.
Because I've seen some long
They're really
Instagram
long.
captions.
You right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever see those videos and it's like whenever you're scrolling through someone's old Instagram and you accidentally comment the entire Declaration of Independence. They're like, no.
No, not again.
Speaking of which, let's pull up Luke's old Instagram. 'Cause I
Yes, just
My old
just
one?
for
I found
laughs.
it a while ago.
Oh,
and
no.
Is that the
No,
one of
never-
his car?
no.
Or the
Not
new
this
one's the one
one.
of his car?
That's
All right, scroll all
I actually
the way
had
down.
some good posts in there.
All the way
okay,
down.
I don't want to hear it.
There's some mid ones. Yeah.
There's
You got
some
a
mid
lot of
though.
posts on
Also,
old.
can we
We're not talking about that one.
You want me to like it?
I'll-
Do it. I
That's
don't
on
have
the
access
internet.
to
Do
it.
you want me to repost that on the podcast?
Yes.
No.
No, that's rude.
Don't want to lose all them followers.
Honestly. This is back when you could only post like one thing at a time.
Guys are so good.
About the end of that video, you can see me say, I wrecked, or we wrecked, or something. Yeah,
funny.
that's a funny one. I
All
actually
right.
enjoyed that
Can we
one.
just acknowledge the old Instagram? Like, so I scrolled through my brother's old Instagram, and like, he started in like probably 2010,
the
whatever.
original?
And they just post random memes. Like it'd be people, like just random people
Oh,
like
yeah.
us, just posting
Yeah.
memes, and it's like,
It's
You're not a meme count. though.
Not-
right, like no one does that anymore.
No, because
Like,
no one.
I would rather
cares.
get rid of meme accounts and just have like people post random memes. To an
It
extent.
would be better.
Yeah, because that should be more.
What
funny
what
and
bothers
original.
me is whenever you follow like 5 meme accounts and they all post the same meme on the same day. And it's like, okay, really?
Okay, calm down there, Chief. But that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode of Speaking Sporadically.
We have 40, 58
The
seconds left.
podcast.
Yeah, I have to do an outro here. Calm
Oh,
down.
sorry, my bad.
Make sure you go follow the socials. Instagram at speaking_sporadically. TikTok at Speaking Sporadically. Weekly posts. There's at least two posts on TikTok. There's stories and actual posts on Instagram. So
If you're listening on Spotify and everything like that, I'm pretty sure you can follow us. YouTube, subscribe, comment, anything. If you comment,
Turn on the
something,
bell.
We'll see it. Hit the bell.
blow us up.
That's all I got.
That's all I have.
Is that all you got?
Copy link.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
See you next week.
Peace.
See ya.